So it's the big two dominating the headlines once again in motorsport, but now Toto is talking financial flexibility to allow more young racers into Formula 1, while Red Bull is downplaying their season so far. But is it just more from the battle of the brains that inevitably comes with any title scrap? I'm Ollie Wilson, this is GPFans. You should be subscribing by hitting the red button down below, and we are breaking down the main talking points in Formula 1 this Friday. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has called for an end to the prohibitive costs for a rising junior star to reach Formula 1. Lewis Hamilton recently described F1 as the billionaire boys club, and a sport he feels he would be unable to break into today compared to 25 years ago when he was climbing the motorsport ladder. The 7-time champion has demanded there be greater accessibility for those from what he describes as more normal backgrounds, with Wolff in total agreement. What makes the sport so attractive is it provides a narrative for good soaps outside the racing too, said Wolff. Drivers have always come from different backgrounds. It is not always that everyone has their history and things to cope. I doubt that kids from a lower privileged background have it easy all the time. They're fighting their own demons. In that respect, what we can do is make sure grassroots racing becomes more affordable so that kids with no financial background can actually be successful in the junior formulas. It means all the big teams and big Formula 1 teams are able to identify those kids rather than making it so expensive. While Hamilton was supported by McLaren from the age of 13, he obviously caught the eye given his success in karting. Hamilton's formative years, however, came as a consequence of his father Anthony working a number of jobs to support his son's rise. Given the karting costs today, it is highly unlikely such hard work and dedication would have been enough. Wolff added, "A good go-karting season costs you £250,000, an F4 season £500,000, and an F3 season £1 million. It is total absurdity that needs to stop. You've got to have access, and we need to give access to kids that are interested in go-karting and the opportunity to race for much more affordable budgets." Christian Horner has remained cautious of Red Bull's F1 title chances after revealing the team taking control of both championships surpassed expectations for the Monaco Grand Prix. Max Verstappen demonstrated just why he is Lewis Hamilton's closest challenger for the driver's crown, with a commanding display to claim his maiden victory around the Principality, while his rival languished in 7th. With Sergio Perez finishing 4th and Valtteri Bottas retiring, Red Bull has taken the Constructors' Championship lead for the first time since winning it in 2013 by a point, while Verstappen leads the Drivers' Championship for the first time in his career, opening up a 4-point cushion to Hamilton. There is still a long way to go, but when Mercedes have an off day, it is important for us to bank a lot of points, said Horner after the Dutchman's victory. For us to do that and come out leading both championships is beyond expectations, certainly coming into the weekend. It shows how close things are, and things can move around very quickly. We have just got to keep in striking distance until the back end of the championship, and that is where the pressure really comes. At the moment, when you are running through the races, it is important to be reliable and consistent, and not lose too much ground. A bit of positivity elsewhere for Sergio Perez, who finally looks like he's clicking with Red Bull, his new team. Perez has shown glimpses of his true form since his switch to Red Bull over the winter, with solid displays in Bahrain and Monaco demonstrating his ability to move through the pack. But despite qualifying second in Imola, Perez's lack of points compared to teammate Verstappen has largely come down to his qualifying performance, although Horner is adamant the Mexican is on the right track. He is finding Saturdays harder than Sundays, he added. His race pace has generally been very strong. I think Saturdays are still, we need to work with him to help him get comfortable, but that will come. You can see the majority of drivers, with the exception of Carlos Sainz, who have changed teams this year, it has taken them a while to get up to speed. The tyres are more tricky as well this year, which throws in another dynamic, but he is getting there. A performance like Sunday only helps that. So Saturdays for Sergio still need to improve, but what do you make of Horner and Red Bull now downplaying their championship chances a little? Is this part of just the mental game with Mercedes? Let us know in the comments section below and hit that subscribe button to stay with us at GPFans throughout the season and keep up with all of the latest F1 news.